Current state of trying to find information on fat loss across social media is a complete show. One is telling you to do this diet, another one is telling you to put a needle in your it's horrible. It's legit horrible. As most of you may know, when I was younger, around, I was morbidly obese. My dad died, and it caused me to have horrible eating habits. It was really bad, and I conquered that demon. So in this video, I'm going to be covering the 10 most important slash factors or brutal truths, as you can see here, about fat loss. Go away, Facebook taskbar. If you guys want two way more in-depth guides, they are paid, but they are linked in the description. One is $29.99, the other one is $5.99. If you're going to buy the more expensive one, don't buy the cheaper one as well. It is going to do nothing. The other one has the same information, but the other one just touches up extremely on nutrition, because that is the most important factor. I put a lot of effort into both of them. I spent months making them, everything, because I'm tired of people thinking you need to put a needle up your butt. It is, yeah, go on TV, you see Ozempic ad, you go out, everything, dude. It's like the world is like all trying to be heroin chic and skinny. And I'm making a video that I wish I had when I was younger, or, even just trying to lose 100 pounds. If you are watching this, I'm going to need you to take your TikTok dopamine brain, if that is what you have, and listen to what I'm saying and talking to you about, so you could actually absorb this knowledge. All right. Where do we begin? We begin right here. This is the pyramid I made. Wait, this is what we're going to be what we are going to be going over is a base, PDF I have of the outline of the most important things, and I'm going to be touching up on all of them more and in more detail. Again, this is the fat loss pyramid. There is nothing different than calories, protein, training, sleep, recovery, consistency. This is the most important. This is how you need to understand. Calories, prioritizing protein. Do not be scared of carbs. Carbs are important. Do not go keto, whatever it is. You need carbs to function, especially if you are a bigger guy like me. You need them. Sleep and recovery, consistency. This is almost interchangeable. Sleep and recovery, it could be, up there. But the top two are the most important. Calories are king. Fat loss equals calorie deficit. I'm sure you've heard it a million times. But it seems that a lot of people still can't grasp or actually understand what that means. It's over a long period of time. Fat loss comes down to consistency. That's what it is. It is a long game, and you have to be in it for the long run. It's not an overnight thing. So, if you are a dopamine junkie and, you need everything now, it's just not for you. You're never going to lose weight. You need to trust the process. People ask me about, fasting, cutting carbs, a bunch of other different things, but it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. It doesn't. You just need to make sure you're eating less calories than your body burns on the daily. Not a drastic deficit. I'd say the most amount of deficit you ever want to do is 500 calories. And if you are looking for this information, go to mycaloriecalculator.net. Put your information in. It is completely free, and it will give you a rough estimate. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? I used to think I needed the perfect diet. I needed to, do like random things or do the most perfect things, throughout my diet, but I didn't. You just need to be consistent and be in a calorie deficit. Again, meal timing is secondary. It does not matter when you eat. You cannot meal timing is secondary. It does not matter when you eat. It doesn't. I fast, like I said. I typically eat my first meal at around, 1-2 p.m. Or if I have a very hard lifts, I carb up in the morning, a few hours before my lift, like 2 hours before. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Calories in, calories out. You're still going to be eating the calories. The reason why I like fasting, as I'm cutting right now, it's harder to get 3,000 calories, 2,500 calories in a 8-hour window in comparison to a 14-hour window, which is your whole day. And if you ate 30 minutes from waking up, you can't overtrain. You can't outtrain overeating. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Yes, cool if you want to be a super runner and do all these things. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, you can, but I don't think that's where we are right now. If you're watching this video, no hard feelings. You can't. Second, protein matters. Protein is the single most important nutrient when it comes to keeping on muscle, staying satiated, and just being able to, stay consistent and not binge or eat anything. Prime example is if you could eat McDonald's, you could eat these fast food places, and they're dog shit. They're horrible. You eat, and then you're not full in 2 hours, and then you eat again, despite the fact that you literally just ate 1,800 calories. They're super genetically modified, etc. And I'm not saying that, you can't eat dog shit. I eat dog shit. You've watched my videos a tons. I've done it. But that's what it is. you're not going to be full as longer. Protein keeps you full. I'm not sure on the exact data on how long or in comparison, but protein keeps you full longer than almost anything else besides maybe like a potato, some rice, things of that nature. Super satiating foods. You don't have to obsess over protein. You try and shoot for 0.7 to 1.2 grams per pound, but just get your protein in. If just try and get it like 125 grams a day, 100 grams a day. If we're not bodybuilding and doing all that, just get some protein in. You'd be surprised on how many people maybe are touching 30 to almost 60 grams of protein a day, even on a normal scale, and not doing anything. It's ridiculous. Protein is also what helps you recover, build your muscles. There's a whole bunch on it. Protein is the GOAT. There's a reason why everything is covered in protein packaging nowadays. It's crazy. Boom. Think in months. 1 pound a week is 50 pounds a year. And when you say that to yourself, in a year, I could be down 50 pounds if that's how much weight you need to lose. It helps. Stop chasing quick fixes. That is one of the most important things. As you go throughout this and as you start your journey, you're going to realize that, the people who have completed a journey, got to the physique they want, lost weight, it was over such a long period of time. It was. And yeah, sure, I'm sure there's people who have lost 90 pounds in 3 months or done this and done that. That's not healthy. You don't want to do that. That's not good for your hormones. It's not good for your body. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for you. You're probably taking years off your life. Truth, like you are. I understand how hard it is to, change your habits or, almost feel like where are you going to start? But when it comes to, you could start whenever. You could just start. I can't remember, if like when I first started my journey, if there was a day where I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm changing my life today and this is going to be it and everything's going to be different now, because that's not how it works. It's just happens, like it just, I'm going to be real with y'all. Don't tell us to Skylar. I smoked so much so much for a period of time in my life. A lot, like a lot, too much that I'm proud of. And I just quit randomly. It was like, this isn't for me anymore. This is not serving me. It's not doing whatever I had it doing for me. It was ruining my life. And, after I stopped, it was weeks, if not months of suffering, feeling like something's missing, etc. You're probably going to feel like that too. It goes for anything, any addiction. Food is an addiction. You need to really grasp the fact that this is a long game. This is not an overnight thing. This is not, it's not going to change. Sure, if you're trying to lose, 10 pounds, sure, you'll look different in, a few months. But then again, this information does apply even if you're trying to lose 5 to, 100 pounds. It is the same exact thing. But you need to understand, because if you're losing, 2 pounds, 3 pounds a week, you're losing muscle off your frame. It's like, it's just not good. It's not good. Look at people who've had drastic weight loss. They have crazy loose skin. I don't look at my face. I was 300 pounds. Look at my face. I like, it's not that bad. It's still there. Like, it's still there. And around my midsection, it's a tiny bit, but it's because I didn't lose weight so drastically fast that I didn't have to face the consequences of having cripplingly loose skin. Yeah, sure, if you're 400 or 500 pounds, you're going to have loose skin when you lose weight, despite no matter how, you lose it, but it is still going to make the change. It is still going to be better and healthier for you, your body, your skin, your mental, your brain, everything. Boom. Okay. There is no magic workout. There's nothing you can do to lose weight faster. There's no special programs. There's no nothing. If you are buying someone's program for training to lose weight, you are getting scammed. It's not doing anything. Like I said, it's nothing. It's calories in, calories out. Lift consistently. Go hard as every single time you lift. And, diet drives fat loss. Your diet is everything. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you guys have been to the gym or seen people who say they go to the gym and they're fat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Walk more. Steps are one of the single-handedly most important things. For example, I literally have a standing desk, as some, may be able to see over there, where I literally have a walking pad underneath. That whole entire setup cost me around $150 to $70 standing desk. The walking pad was like $90 or something. or it was around that area. It was like 150, 170 bucks, and I could get 25,000 steps in a day easily. I'm not saying that's where you need to start, but make your life easier and walk. Every time after you eat, you need to go on a walk. And if you can't go outside, cool. Walk around your room for 10 minutes in circles like a tweaker. Do it. I do it all the time. You need to be getting movement in. If you're like sitting down all day, do it. If you have the extra funds and you have the money, go buy a Whoop or a health tracker, any of them. I'm not sponsored. They'll give you your step counts, they'll help you. I like things gamified. I was a huge gamer growing up, so when I see data, stats, and things of that nature, it helps me improve. There is nothing. You need to walk more, get your steps in. It increases your metabolic rate. You will be able to have more calories to make dieting easier, to be able to not binge, things of that nature. It is sustainable. It is easier to recover from rather than hard, intense cardio like HIIT, even, doing 3-speed on a 15 incline or Stairmaster. Just move. Yes, it's going to take you longer. Yes, it is. But despite any of your situations, you guys can all move. You can. You could walk around your house. You could go on a walk outside, hopefully, if you are able to. I don't know where you guys live or what your guys' situations are, but you can. Do everything you can to move around and increase your daily rate. If you are, there's some older guys in here or people that work from home or, even school from home, whatever it is, try and stand up while you work. And those steps, that boom, boom, back and forth, up and down, move around. That's all still movement rather than being like this. It's game changing. So this is probably one of the most important things here, compared to diet. If I had to put it in order so far, it's calories, protein, walk more, think in months, no magic workout. That's what it is. All right. Nice. This was something that I had to grasp that I didn't really understand for the first few months of losing weight when I was at the same exact weight. Because I wasn't tracking my calories, and not even saying that you need to, because if you're so big, you probably would just know if you're in a deficit off eating 2,500, some calories a day. But healthy does not equal unlimited. Peanut butter, nuts, olive oil, what else? Protein shakes, it's hard to overeat a protein shake. Just a big ass steak. It does not mean just because it's healthy, you are going to lose weight. It is still, again, calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is the king. You could overeat peanut butter, nuts, olive oil, especially, when throughout my weight loss journey, once I hit a plateau, I was like, when I realized that, my mom is cooking all my ground chicken that she's making me in like tons of olive oil, all up to her. My mom, she used to be clutch. And I remember like looking and asking her, and I was getting like hundreds of extra calories in through what my shit was cooked in, etc. So make sure healthy does not equal unlimited. You need to have, be looking at the calories, looking at what it is. I've hit a point now where I've been lifting for so long, throughout this whole entire cut, I have not tracked my calories once. I know if I'm in a deficit, above 500 calories. You will learn that. I've been doing this for almost 7 years since I lost weight. My body has fluctuated a lot. I've changed. I've done things, and then when I started training really hard and getting into, bodybuilding and lifting how I do now when I was 17, it's just, you just got to count your calories, man. Just count. Or look at the bottle and get an assumption and be like, all right, this is 150, this is 300, all right, 2 servings of this, put it in a cup, whatever, it's around 100 calories to what it is. The leaner you are already, and the more weight, like the leaner you are and you're trying to lose weight, the more difficult it is going to be, because you really need to be, like, you have less calorie expenditure. So, like, if you're 300 pounds, you're going to lose weight more rapidly, like I said, than that 1 pound a week, depending on your deficit, whatever it is. And you don't have to be as super exact, but, let's say you're a bodybuilder, you're a guy trying to get, even to just 15 body fat from like 18%, or, 12% from 15, you have to be way more strict about your calories, because almost every single one matters, boom. Right here, I went out like a partied so much. It's all I did. I dropped out of high school. And I craved social life. And, if any of you guys did have a glow up, how the confidence boost is. So when I was 16, 17, hopefully my girlfriend's not watching this, I was a problem. I was going out all the time, doing shit. I've been 6'3" since I was 14, 15. It was my only way I got some huzz. But I went out. I enjoyed myself. And I'm not saying that, you can't. enjoy yourself and do these things, but you need to understand that your weekends, and just because, you're going out or you're having a cheat meal, still factors in. As we talked about calories in versus calories out, and let's say, you burn 2,000. Let's say you're probably not this, but let's say your maintenance calories is 2,000 exactly, throughout the 7 days. That is 14,000 calories in a week that you can consume to not gain weight. Let's say, you're gonna go out and, save your calories, save them. It's okay. Go enjoy yourself. Suffer in the moment, enjoy yourself later. It will make life so much easier for you if, you plan ahead. Let's say if you do want to go out and drink, go out and drink tequila, soda, lime. Don't drink beer, drink liquor. Way less calories. No seltzers. I mean, now even nowadays, bro, alcohol people and companies are trying to make low calorie options. Like, everything is it's insane. But just make sure you're being aware. I'm not trying to say this to you like you can't enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. I've enjoyed my life very much. I'm starting to try and preach this gym with balance, because everything's so radical nowadays and gym content is so this. Listen, guys, I have no aspirations to be a bodybuilder. I do like a competitive bodybuilder. I do it because it's fun. It's a hobby. I love it. And that's what it is. And somehow it's turned into my job, and I'm very grateful for it. But I don't care. People ask me, yo, you gonna hop on steroids and do this? I don't care enough. I don't. If it's your goals, cool. Go do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I want to make cool or make cool clothes for Ponder that you guys have been showing mad love to. I want to just do life. I want to live life. I don't want to live in a bodybuilding, chicken, rice, broccoli bubble. Like, I don't know why people can't grasp that. Like, everyone just thinks that, oh, because you're a gym influencer, you do this. Like, guys, I became a gym influencer on fucking accident. I went viral with my little brother, and all of a sudden I'm here. I never went on the gym, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Like, I enjoy my life, and I have an okay physique. That's it. There's people that go way harder than me, way more tracked, and you'll get those results. But I want to enjoy myself and do this long term. I'll be in the gym when I'm 40. I know I will. So enjoy yourself, but track and be, aware of what is going on in your life. All right, boom. Probably one of the most important things as well right here. One of the most. Habits are everything. Habits beat motivation. Your brain forms habits in a way to save energy, so then you could do things. For example, a lot of people who vape. I vaped when I was like 16, 15. I vaped for like a year, and while I was vaping, it's just a habit. It becomes a habit. You just are doing it. Like, you don't, like, at half the time you don't even realize you're doing it. You're just doing it. You wake up in the morning, before you even, like, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you grab your vape. You're like, Geek Bar, Miami Mint. It's like, oh, hits. And then you're like, oh, shit, I just hit my vape. You're not even subconsciously thinking about it, because your brain is preserving energy, because it is a habit. So in the same way, if you could build habits throughout your life routine, it removes the decision fatigue, which I have right here. It gives your brain more headspace to be able to think, focus, and do things. So whatever habits you have that are bad, try and kick them. Everyone has their vices. I do too. Do your best. Do your best. And what I mean by that is habits of, one thing for me that I like doing when I cut, especially like losing weight, is that I don't go grocery shopping normally. It's like the European method, I call it, or I think it's called even, is I get my groceries pretty much every 2 days, and I get what I'm eating for those 2 days, so I can't overeat, because I'll binge on unhealthy food or unhealthy food. Like, I will. It will be hard. I binge, but I'll just eat more than I need to sometimes. And if I don't have it, it's not there. It's not there. I can't. It's like brain's okay. It's like, okay, fuck, whatever. And a perfect example is like, when I was vaping, or, I remember just like I would be out and about, or I would do things. And one of the moments I had to realize on why I wanted to quit and what helped me quit was the fact that I just like would be out and about, and I realized I didn't need it. Like, I'd be going somewhere, or I'd have to hide it from, a school or a teacher or whatever it was, or, just anything, or Skylar, because I never wanted him to see that as an older figure, or as like a brother. I didn't think it'd be a good influence, and I didn't need it. I was like, okay, I just went 3 hours without vaping. But then when the vape's in front of me and I was sitting here, playing Call of Duty Warzone all day, and some of you guys may know when I was streaming, I would just sit here and do this all the time and just chief that. It's just a habit. It's literally just a habit. And you'll realize at certain times you'll need it. And I'm not saying it's not extremely difficult to, kick that habit in particular, but just anything. try and realize that probably a lot of the things that you're doing without like even realizing that you're doing them. And in the same way now, my habits have changed to better into my healthy lifestyle. Boom. Supplements are extras. They are. I've never taken creatine consistently because I would take it and buy the tub and then I'd forget and then it'd expire. And I remember like one time I took it and it was just like hard and gross. It is useful. Creatine's probably one of the best supplements. I do take only two supplements though. I take vitamin D3K2 and I take magnesium glycate. I take that at night because it helps me with my sleep and helps me wind down. But yeah, you don't need any supplements. To be real with you guys, I've probably done reverse supplements throughout my bodybuilding or my lifting journey, and even like up until like the past year when I've just changed a lot over the last year. Like I've literally would smoke Newports. I would do the like just bro. Like I enjoy myself. I did, and I still have the physique I have now. And if you like my physique and you think it's good and it's something that you could attain, it's fine. It's fine. But protein powder is super important. It just helps. It's low calorie. You could get 25 grams of protein in for 120 calories, 130, 140 calories. More than that, it is the go. You can't beat that. You could have a meal. Like some things that happen with me, especially when I'm cutting, is I'll literally just like, depends what it is. I'll have a little bit more carb and I'll use the protein shake with, still having a meat and then a vegetable and whatever it is to be able to have a little bit more excess carbs while having less calories from, a denser or more fattier protein like an 80-20 beef, for example, or, a not lean meat, because groceries are so expensive nowadays, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care how rich you are. You cannot admit that these shit are not so expensive. It's ridiculous. A bag of Doritos is like $7.25 in New York. Ridiculous. Insane. I mean, no wonder they're pushing weight loss for everyone. It's like people can't even afford groceries. It is ridiculous, man. It is insane. But food first. Listen, if I had to give a base thing, as you guys have probably heard, it's just whole foods. Don't overcomplicate it, bro. Don't. Find seasonings you like. Learn how to cook and enjoy learning how to cook. Learning how to cook and from the gym has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I'm really into cooking. It's one of my girlfriend's favorite things about me is that I could bust down in the kitchen. I can make I can make some good food. Just whole foods, man. Potatoes, rice, meat, good cheese, raw organic, not even raw organic, just honey. Just look at the label and like make sure it only has a few ingredients and not a fucking list. That's insane. It's insane. Just clean good will help. It will. All right. We're getting to the end here. We have a few more topics and these are very important. Stability wins. Eat foods you enjoy and build a lifestyle that you enjoy. As you can see, I've been preaching this throughout the whole entire thing. And in my transformation guide, which, if you made it this far, I think you should pick it up because I have way more information on that. And I literally touch up on so many more things way more in-depthly. Build a lifestyle, not a temporary diet. Again, the gym and these things you have to factor into your lifestyle. And in the same way, oh my God, I'm going to go on a rant for a second here. Why I hate, peptides, or I don't hate peptides. I understand that there's use cases for them. I understand they're not an anabolic steroid that builds muscle. I get it. But there's been a lot of examples and there's studies on it. You could find it and look into it that once these people, hop off their GLP-1s, their Ozempic, their Retta, they're just going to get fat again. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the lifestyle to actually understand what it takes. And now you're reliant on a $20 subscription plan from China. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous that people do that. And listen, I'm not saying in some cases it's not useful. If you're morbidly obese, 500 pounds, yeah, probably. But if you have, 100 pounds under to lose, do it naturally. You don't need anything else. You don't. You're going to fuck yourself up. You're going to not build any of the discipline or the framework or the lifestyle to do it. And then as soon as you hop off of it, it is all going to come back. It is. It is. You don't have like the discipline or what it takes or the habits or any of the sustainability to actually be able to keep it on. Because as you guys may know, one of the hardest things after losing weight is keeping it off. And a lot of people don't know that. And I'm sure you guys have seen, people transform, like look good and then be fat, look good and then be fat. Like we all have our examples, but just build a lifestyle, man. Just try your best to, make your lifestyle healthy. Once your lifestyle is healthy or healthier, because not saying that I didn't smoke cigarettes, go out and drink and do bad things and eat McDonald's and crumble, but try your best to build a lifestyle that is of a healthy person, of someone of that nature. Get a, go on daily walks, eat whole foods most of the time, 80% of the time. Again, 80% is not daily. That is a week scale, on a week scale. So out of, I don't know, 3 meals, I'm trying to do math. I suck at math. You eat 3 meals a day. 3 times 7 is 14, 21. So let's say on average you ate 21 meals a week. Exactly. And we're doing basic here. I eat 4 meals a day, so it's more broken up. But let's say you ate, 21 meals a week. 20% of 21 is like 3 meals a week. Is like 3 or 4 meals a week. My math could be off, but that's what it is. That's what it is. If that, if maybe it's three, maybe it's two, but that's what. Don't Not every day, not every day. It's a lifestyle. You are going to grasp it, and once you lose weight and you understand your maintenance in that, and that's when life really gets fun. You can enjoy yourself like I did, and eat crumble or do these things because you understand and you have the habits and the lifestyle to make the change. Keep it simple. This is it. All right. This is it. This is the end all be all. Focus on calories, protein, strength training, daily steps, and sleep. All this is anything. It's all. It's not gonna happen. It's not. It's not. Listen, if you made it this far, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you for trying. I know how hard it is to even sit down and accept to yourself that you are trying to make change. You are past step one, which is, past 80% of people. Really, if you guys want the more information, again, the transformation course and the nutrition guide will be linked down below in this video, as well as my brand Ponder has dropped recently, and it's been doing really well. Really well. If you made it this far into the end of the video, here's a discount code for Ponder, a little 10% off for y'all. Thank y'all for loving it. Thank y'all for watching the video. If you guys want to see anything more and me touch up on certain things, let me know. And yeah, stay up. God bless. And I hope you guys, get to wherever you want to be.